Welcome to me review of the fucking most highly anticipated movie of 2015. Here's a plot summary. 3 decades after the defeat of the Galactic Empire, which was in fucking Return of the Jedi in 1983, a new threat arises. The First Order attempts to rule the galaxy, and only a ragtag group of heroes can stop them, along with the help of the Resistance. The Force Awakens is great. It's excellent. It's cool. Those are the feelings you're going to have when you're watching the movie. Those are the feelings you'll have when you immediately come out of the cinema. And those are the feelings you'll probably get back to even after you've come up with some criticisms. I'll get to me criticisms in a minute. You fucking know I will. But let's start off in positive Aussie man mode. Here's what I really loved about it. Without beating around the bush, I love that there is a black fella and a Sheila in the leading roles of such a big, precious, commercial Disney franchise. They're normally actors and characters you'd see in supporting roles. The film isn't making a statement out of it, doesn't need to. I just fucking loved it. I love Rey, I love Finn, I love BB-8, the new droid. The new characters are great, and that's probably a relief for the film. Like, that's probably one huge thing they needed to get right. So, that's awesome. I love that stormtroopers have personality. I like humanizing evil, I think. It's only a tinge of it. I guess Finn is the biggest example of a stormtrooper that's been humanized. But those little moments where, you know, stormtroopers hear Kylo chucking a mega tantrum and they're like, yeah, nah, we're going to fucking go back this way. I think that stuff is great. The comedy was brilliant. Caught me off guard multiple times, but it's witty, it's sharp, it's fun. I like that the older characters did not come across as pathetic or hokey or lame. That sounds harsh, but I think it could have gone that way. Your Han Solo, your Princess Leia, your Luke at the end. The actors are aged as fuck, but they are graceful as fuck, and they pulled it off and it worked. Part of the key to that was probably the fact that they didn't take themselves too seriously. They had fun with it. It worked. The music, you can never change the fucking music. That is the one thing I will allow before I get to my criticisms, is that the music is allowed to stay the same for fucking ever. I'm obsessed with John Williams as a composer, and I think that the music adds so much more emotion than what is on the page and in the screenplay. And what's in the characters and the acting as well. As soon as that fucking na 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 na, na, you're just like, yeah, I got goosebumps. So those are all the things I like about it. Now, it's very safe. It's very polite. That's a weird criticism, and I feel like I'm backed into a corner. The filmmakers are that smart. The most you can come up with is saying, well, it's very safe, it's very polite. But that is a criticism, and I think there are a few moments where it's a few elements of filmmaking where it's a bit detrimental. J.J. Abrams, I think, is very good at hiding his flaws as a filmmaker and hiding story. Like, the story is pretty thin and he hides it well. The pacing is frenetic, which I actually like as well. It just flies by, scene after scene. There's almost zero fat. So I do like that a lot. But, and I guess that works in two ways, that it also hides the fact that there's not a lot going on with the story.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
The film verges on, it flirts with something I've come to hate with a passion from Hollywood. Me mate Mozza calls it karaoke cinema. Karaoke cinema is when studios and younger filmmakers are just doing cover songs of older blockbusters. Probably none of fucking business, but still. Jurassic World is the biggest example of a karaoke cinema piece of shit. That movie spent more time on meta jokes, meta dialogue than actual new, meaningful story and dialogue. Even the end fight between the dinosaurs was like a meta message saying nothing beats the original and the best. It's like, fuck off. The Jurassic World filmmakers may as well have had a dinner party with the Jurassic Park filmmakers and just never invited the audience, you know? So The Force Awakens is not entirely karaoke cinema, but it flirts with it.
There's nothing for me here now. I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
We are pretty much reliving the plot and themes of episode 4. I understand that light versus dark is a big overarching Star Wars theme that can never change. I understand that Joseph Campbell philosophies and religious elements and a hero's journey, which was in the character of Rey, like beat for beat, are a huge part of Star Wars, but I feel like there was still room to do something new and classy thematically. The film didn't want to take that opportunity, maybe thought it was too much of a risk. It just got comfortable in putting a dysfunctional family theme at the forefront, really. This time between the Solos, which we've seen and we've felt before in Luke and Anakin. I understand that, Kylo, descendant of Vader, relates more to his grandfather. Still, we've seen it, we've felt it. Politics of war, oppression, rebellion. Didn't want to sink its teeth into that stuff too much either. And it ended up maybe still feeling a bit convoluted or confused, even if it thought, we don't want to get bogged down in politics. It's like, is the First Order just remnants of the old empire anyway? They're fucking leftovers with the same policies and ideologies and philosophies and shit. They've managed to get together, get a budget and build Star Killer, aka Death Star 2.0, aka karaoke cinema. Is the New Republic just pretty much fucking remnants of the Old Republic and the Rebel Alliance? Yeah, it felt all a bit too karaoke cinema in plot and theme. How funny was it with the New Republic? How they have no intel, no intelligence of Star Killer. They're just indulging, having a fucking cocktail balcony party. Obliterated. I think the action sequences could have been pushed a bit more too. It's good when Star Wars can use the technology of the day. Maybe George Lucas goes a bit far with it, but when it can use the technology of the day to really push the sci-fi action genre. Mad Max Fury Road pushed it to the max this year, and we were all reminded how great fucking action can be. Action sequences in this, pretty safe. Overall, I'd say Disney wanted to have its cake and eat it too. It wants to indoctrinate new child fans and still appeal to the older ones with their personal nostalgia. And it probably pulled it off. It works. And it's great. And it's excellent. And it's awesome that we can all say that instead of sitting here going, fuck, it was a bomb. Fuck this franchise. So it's good shit. So that's me critical analysis. That's me review. Talk about it more in the comments if you want. Also, if you want to get involved with Loot Crate, I'll put a fucking link in the description below. You get 10% off if you use the code word Ozzy Loot, and the theme is Galaxy. You have until like tomorrow to get involved with the Galaxy theme. You get a bunch of Star Wars stuff. So I'll put that Loot Crate description down there, and I get a bit of kickback. I get $9 for everyone that fucking subscribes to Loot Crate, and you get monthly geek and pop culture merchandise sent to your fucking doorstep. Anyway, that's everything. I'm losing my voice. See ya!